Hey guys, my name is Amanda and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you here today. In today's video, I'm so excited to share with you the first new Christmas DIYs of the season. So if you are not subscribed and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Also giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. And let's jump right into the video. So here's a sneak peek of what I'm going to be sharing with you today. These tall snowmen and then a bunch of DIYs made from toilet paper. Yes, toilet paper. You can buy it 4 to a pack at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And there is so many amazing things that you can do with it on a budget. It's so affordable. And hey, at the end of the season, you can take it apart if you want and you have toilet paper. So without further ado, let's start DIY number 1. These tall standing snowmen that were so easy to make. I purchased these plastic pumpkin trios for $5 at the Dollar Tree in the plus section. They just snapped together and then I spray painted them with this white spray paint and primer just as a base so that if there was any cracks or gaps between my yarn, it would be covered. I got this Yarn Bee yarn from Hobby Lobby. If you watch for sales, you can get it 40 or 50% off. I glued down a strip at the bottom of my pumpkin stack and then I just began wrapping, gluing as I went until I had this entire pumpkin stack covered the very best that I could. And then you can kind of fluff the yarn out, squish it out a little bit if there's any bare spots. But again, that is why we spray painted these pumpkins white. So here's what that is going to look like. Now I'm going to take a trash can from Dollar Tree and I am going to turn it into a top hat by simply squeezing about 3/4 of the way down. I'm squeezing all the way around. I'm turning and squeezing and just shaping into the shape of a top hat. This is not difficult at all. I don't have very strong hands and I was able to do it with ease and then just kind of shape the brim by bending and turning and just getting it exactly how you want it. Once it is exactly how you want it, it should look something like this. I have a black one and a white one just because that's all I had in my stash. You can use any color you like. Now I have this black beanie cap from Walmart. It was $3.98, but if your Dollar Tree has beanie caps out, you can get it for $1.25. Mine didn't put out beanie caps until the day after I made this DIY, of course. So I'm just stretching it over my top hat and then just gluing the brim of the hat to the brim of my hat. And this is actually a perfect fit and it worked out so well. I was really happy with how this looked. So this is what it looks like so far. And now to decorate it, I'm just going to put some of this candy stripe ribbon around the top of my female's hat. And then I'm going to create a bow with 2 loops on either side with that very same ribbon by just looping it over into a crisscross formation or an X. I call this my X bow. I'm going to be pinching it in the middle and tying it with a piece of twine, but you can use a pipe cleaner or a zip tie if you prefer, and then just fluff your bow out. Once that is all done, you're going to want to attach this to your hat with some hot glue and then just fluff it out again and it will be gorgeous. And here's what that should look like. Now I have this pick, I believe it was from Walmart last year, but Dollar Tree is going to come out with some pretty picks too. I just cut it apart and added in the greenery and berries that I wanted to the middle of the bow using some hot glue, just kind of getting exactly how I wanted it to look. Added a little bit more greenery. You can do this as full or as not full as you like. I added in a little bell that comes 6 to a pack, I believe, from Dollar General. I made a smaller little bow here that I can also add into the center of my larger bow just for a little extra something. I do like to go over the top sometimes, but this is totally optional and I'm just kind of gluing this the opposite direction. So this is what this will look like, and here is our gorgeous top hat. hat, and I'm going to apply that to the snowman. Now for some eyes and mouth, I just cut some small circles out of this Silly Winks craft foam from Walmart. This is from Walmart as well. This is an adhesive sheet, comes several to a pack. I just took the orange one and cut a nose, and then I am going to cut another length of ribbon for the scarf. Of course, I put my eyes and nose on using dabs of hot glue, and the scarf on my female. And then for my male, I just used a scarf from Dollar Tree for his hat brim and his scarf. I used a pre-made bow that I had purchased from Dollar General for his hat, but that is totally optional. You can decorate these guys up any way that you like. I just thought it was so cute to have a little couple, and I absolutely love how they look. Okay guys, let's talk about today's challenge. It is hosted by my good friend Brenda over at Rustic and Lace DIY, myself and my other good friend Chantel over at Crafty Hints. These ladies are so talented. I always enjoy the first of every month when we collaborate together and host an open playlist. So these ladies' channels are going to be linked in my description box, as well as the link for this playlist, so you can get tons of awesome Christmas inspiration. Okay guys, let's move on to our next DIY. This is going to begin my toilet paper DIYs, and we are going to kick it off with this gorgeous Santa hat. So you will need some toilet paper. Here is what the 4-pack from Dollar Tree looks like. I'm just going to be opening it up, of course, and taking one of the rolls. I have some fabric from Hobby Lobby that I purchased 50% off. I choose the fabric that I like. I cut a square of it. I place my toilet paper in the middle, and I am just rolling until the toilet paper is covered and then gluing those ends together. This will have a seam in the back, but that is okay. And once that is all done, I'm going to stuff the excess fabric in the bottom. Now, I wanted to make sure this was firm, and I had an old snowball from last year's Christmas, so I just kind of shoved that up the bottom part to hold my fabric in place. I glued the rest of the top seam to seam like that, so it looks like a long tube. Then I took another roll of toilet paper and just unraveled it until I had some loose toilet paper that I could stuff the top of my hat with. You can stuff this as full or as not full as you want to. And here's what this should look like relatively. And then you can go ahead and start bending and shaping to form your hat folds. And once you get it the way you want it, you can tie off the bottom of the hat. I just used some twine, use whatever you like. And then I cut off any excess fabric hanging out from that little twine holder there. Actually, first I glued it down and then I cut off the excess. I glued mine down because I like how that looks. And now I'm going to add another snowball pom-pom from Dollar Tree last year. They had 3 different sizes, and here's what that looks like. Now to decorate our hat, I have this car washing cloth from Dollar Tree that I cut a strip of. I'm going to wrap it around the bottom of my hat, making sure that my seam meets up with the seam of the fabric that is covering the hat. Then I'm just going to cut off any excess of this car washing cloth and decorate my hat further. So I have some greenery and berries. This was just in my stash, little bits and bobs. And I also have this little ornament. I believe it came from Walmart last year in a pack where they have their little mini ornaments, but Dollar Tree has super cute ornaments too. I just glued that to the brim and added in a little bit more greenery and berries just to get this as full as I wanted. I added another little bow with some Dollar Tree ribbon to the front for a little more extra, and this is what it's gonna look like. Just fill it out as much as you want to. So cute, so customizable. Use any type of fabric or embellishments. I just think that this came out really adorable, and I don't think that you would know it was toilet paper if I didn't tell you. Okay, on to the next DIY. I'm showing you how to make a toilet paper ornament. You can make a bunch of these for your tree. They're jumbo, they're so cute. So you need toilet paper and fabric. This one is from Dollar Tree. So I am just going to place my toilet paper on top, and I'm going to start folding the fabric into the top hole of the toilet paper. I'm going to cut off my excess fabric there and just use dabs of glue and folding. Just be careful of your fingers until you have it all shoved down in this hole. This is a perfect craft for kiddos, maybe minus the hot glue part, but it's just so fun and easy to make, and they could have fun making some jumbo ornaments for their tree. But just pushing everything down, you can kind of fold your seams and glue them a little bit if you need to. Now I'm going to take some rope from Dollar Tree. I'm going to loop it over and tie a knot so I have a little handle, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess and shove that little knot right down into the top of my toilet paper roll so it is nice and firmly attached. And here is our ornament. Time to decorate it. I'm taking some of this ribbon. This is from Dollar General last year. I'm just creating a one loop bow with some tails. I am going to tie it with twine, but again, zip ties, pipe cleaners, whatever you like to tie it with, and then cut off the excess twine, and you're ready to attach this to the front of your ornament. I do like to dovetail my ends, which simply means that I take the tails of my bow, I fold them over, and I use my scissors to cut a triangle upward, and this gives it a beautiful boutique finish. So here I am gluing this on to the top of my ornament, fluffing the bow out, just kind of arranging the tails exactly how I want them. Then once they are dovetailed, I'm going to take some more greenery that I had in my stash. I had greenery from all kinds of different places last year, but again, Dollar Tree, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, you can get some really good deals on some pretty greenery. I'm just putting a couple of different kinds down in here on top of my bow, around my bow, in front of my bow, just kind of embellishing this, adding some berries, cutting it down if it's too long so that this all kind of stays in proportion. I'm adding another bell to the middle of this, and here's what it looks like. You could make a whole bunch of these jumbo ornaments so inexpensively, and I think that they are absolutely adorable for a larger tree. Okay, on to our next one. We are going to make a top hat with toilet paper. Now, I do wish that I had made the brim of this hat a little bit bigger, but live and learn. This is a great idea. So here's my toilet paper. Here's my Silly Winks foam. And I'm using this canister lid for the brim of my hat. Again, I wish it was a little bit bigger. And then I'm also tracing my toilet paper. So then I'm going to use some black felt from Dollar Tree to wrap my toilet paper in. I am going to glue it together till it's a tube shape like this. And then I'm just going to shove the excess felt in the bottom and the top. This is what it should look like. Then to one end, you will glue your smaller circle to be this top of your top hat, and then to the other end you will glue your larger circle to be the bottom of your top hat or the brim. And again, I wish mine was a tiny bit bigger, but live and learn. This is what it should look like. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a cute little whimsical craft. I'm going to decorate it with some Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm just gluing some ribbon around the top where the felt meets the top of the hat, and then of course I'm going to take a larger piece of this ribbon. I'm going to fold it over and glue that around my brim. I'm going to create a bow with this same ribbon. I just did a shoelace bow, which is like tying a bow that you would your shoelaces. And then I'm going to fluff it out and cut off any excess. I'm going to attach that right there on the brim using some hot glue. And of course, I am dovetailing again. Next, just gluing it down with that hot glue. I didn't go all the way around with my ribbon for the band, so I just glued the bow into the space. Then, of course, we're coming in with some greenery. It's kind of the theme of this video. I'm really loving these pretty greeneries and berries right now. I will be doing some different styles of Christmas this year, but right now, these greenery and berries just has me so excited for Christmas. I love the vibe. So here is our Santa top hat. I think it is so cute. Let me know what you think about this one down below in the comments. And we are moving along into our next toilet paper DIY. For this one, we're going to use an entire package of toilet paper, $1.25, which is still really reasonable for a humongous ornament or shelf sitter. We're also going to take some fabric. Again, I got this 50% off at Hobby Lobby, very reasonable, and we are going to wrap our toilet paper just like you would wrap a present. I did use low temp hot glue gun to glue my fabric down to the plastic that is covering my toilet paper, and it honestly didn't even really melt it too bad, so I can take this apart if I want to later on, but I'll probably save it because I think it just came out so cute. So of course you wrap it around gluing, and then either end you just fold down like you would a present, and then fold those little ends up, hot gluing as you go, and just be careful to pull your fabric as tight as possible so it's not lumpy or bumpy. Then I'm going to take some of this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. You can get this on sale, and I'm just going to glue around one way and then around the other way. Again, using hot glue and trying to make sure that my seams or my ugly parts are in the same side of my present. So you can decorate the ugly side and just cover it, or you can decorate the pretty side. I decided to decorate the ugly side and kind of cover it up just so that my pretty side was exposed. I create one of my double bows. And here, you guys, I do want to apologize for stumbling over my words. Some of you know I'm healing from pneumonia, and then the other day I was actually in a car accident and I received a concussion. So talk about literally adding insult to injury. So I am having a little bit of trouble with my words, but I am lucky to be alive and walking and only had to spend several hours in the ER. So I am blessed and grateful and happy, and the pneumonia is finally healing. So thank you for all your well wishes. And enough about that. I just wanted to explain why I may sound kind of strange or mumbly. I'm definitely doing my very best with this voiceover. So thank you for your grace. And again, I am okay. All right, so now we're adding a second bow to our larger bow, gluing it right down in the middle. This one's a little bit skinnier, so I think it's really pretty. Back with our greenery and berries, you guys, adding it to the top and bottom and the sides. I'm just kind of tucking it under and around that bow with our little dabs of hot glue. Then we're going to come in with the berries, of course, doing the same thing, in and around with little dabs of hot glue. And remember, this is so customizable. If you don't like the fabric I used, use any fabric you like, any ribbons you like, any greenery that you like, even little ornaments to decorate this. I did add a smaller shoelace bow to the top for a total of 3 bows, and this sparkly ribbon is from Dollar Tree. So here's what this present looks like. I absolutely love it, you guys. Okay, let's do one more toilet paper DIY. This one is super cute as well. You're going to need a roll of toilet paper, shocker, right? And 2 of these Dollar Tree trees. We are going to take them out of the package, and we're not going to use the stands. We're just going to use the trees. Our fabric from Hobby Lobby. We're going to put all the branches of the trees to one side so we can lay the trees on top of each other, and then use the branches to twine these 2 trees together until they are one. Once you get that done, you're going to stand it up and shove it into your toilet paper roll. Now, if you shove it all the way down, it's going to make your toilet paper roll fall over. So I shoved mine about halfway down, and then I took some excess toilet paper from another roll and shoved it all the way around the hole in the top to hold it firmly, and I actually shoved some up the bottom to make sure my tree didn't slide down. This way your tree will not tip over on you. Now I'm going to take the piece of fabric that I had set this tree on, and I am going to just pull it up and bunch it and fold it and get it until my whole roll is covered and all my excess fabric is at the top. Then I will tie it tightly with a piece of twine, and I will cut off the excess. This is what it should look like. Now I'm taking a couple of rolls of ribbon from Dollar Tree, but you can use whatever you like, and going around this tree. Just kind of no rhyme or reason, just putting it on there like a garland. Now I have some berries from a pack from Dollar Tree. I'm adding them as well, and a little Dollar Tree bow. You can decorate your tree however you like, but I thought that this was really adorable and customizable. I hope that you like this one as well. So that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. If you are new, please consider subscribing. If you are a loyal subscriber, I love you guys so much. You guys have been such an amazing support system over the last couple of months when things just keep seeming to go wrong, but I have faith that things are going to get better, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Please don't forget to check out my friends listed in the description box and our playlist.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel, and thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.